everybody. Welcome to Cha-Cha tonight. Really glad to have you. I have already posted in the Crowdcast chat that the companion video for this class. So if you want to see kind of what all these steps look like actually with a partner, then you can go ahead and click on that link over in the Crowdcast chat. I'll post that in the Facebook page as well at the end of the class. So if you want to take a look at that when we're all done, I'll make sure that you have that link at the end of the night. All right. Well, can you believe it? It is already 1 month into these live stream classes on Crowdcast, our first sort of organized set of month classes, and we've got a whole new set of classes starting next week, which I'll tell you about when we get to the end of the class tonight. But the first thing I want to do is wish everybody a really happy Memorial Day. For those of you who served in the armed forces in the past, thank you very much for your service. For those of you who have family or friends that you've lost over the course of the years, thank you very much for making really the ultimate sacrifice for those of us who haven't served and allowing us the freedoms that we have. So grateful to celebrate Memorial Day today. Really excited to dance Cha-Cha with you, and then hoping and praying that this whole situation begins to resolve itself over the next little while, which certainly it looks like there's a possibility. So, all right, so let's do some Cha-Cha. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves warmed up a little bit. So I'll put on some Cha-Cha music and we'll dance our Cha-Cha basics. And then we'll go through our patterns as well, all right? So let's throw some music on and go from there. All right. So just march it out to begin with.
People always make me crazy, love me lots, don't love me maybe. What's the point of singing love songs? Who they think they are?
All right, take up the knees.
Decide to make me jealous, don't believe a word, 'cause they are so wrong. Lola, Lola.
Good. All right, let's do a couple of this side to
They
side.
don't bring out the best in me. Keep jumping from one lover to
Don't go deep. Just start to
another.
get the muscles warmed up.
Thank you for the time you've taken, cleaning up the mess I'm making. Make the same
All right,
mistake
couple
over and
squats.
over. Lola, I made up my mind. I'm not gonna fall in love this time. Lola, I made up my mind.
All right.
I'm not gonna
So let's
fall
march out our Cha-Cha rhythm. Remember our Cha-Cha rhythm is 1, 2, 3. Cha-Cha 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha 2, 3. All right, let's go.
Watch it,
6, 7, 8.
it's so easy to hate it. Anyone can love you for $1. But when you find your love for real, you're begging, borrow, cheap, and steal. Trying to get the money just to call her. Lola, I made up my mind. I'm not gonna fall in love this time.
Good.
Lola, I made up my mind. I'm not gonna fall in love this time. Like a fish out of water,
Steps.
it spits you up, then spits you out. Why do we even bother
Forward on the left.
when there's
Backward on
only
the right.
one way?
Turn that around.
And we both know we're lovers. No love, I made up my mind. I'm not gonna fall in love this time. No love, I made up my mind. I'm not gonna fall in love this time.
All right, let's do a forward and backward basic. Forward and backward.
The oldest game in history repeated. We shouldn't stop it if you try to mix it up, it makes you cry. The oldest game in history repeated. Lola, Lola, baby's just another love song. Lola,
All right,
Lola,
turn
baby's
that
just
around. Don't forget
another
left foot
love
forward,
song.
right foot back.
Lola, I made up my mind. Lola, baby's just another love song. Slowly I made up my mind. Slowly, baby's just another song.
Good job. Get your hips just working. Last few seconds of the song. Switch those knees back and forth. All right. Good job, everybody. Nice warm up. Okay. All right. So we've just done our basic in place, our basic side to side, and our basic forward and back. So I think that all went really well. Nicely done. I think you're remembering that. So we're going to review our patterns from the first 3 weeks of the class, and then we're going to add a couple more steps tonight. I tell you, by the time we get to the end of this class, you're going to realize how many patterns you actually have available to you in Cha-Cha. So that's a great problem to have. And I used to have a student who he would make a list of all the patterns that he knew, and then he would put them in whatever order he liked, kind of was most comfortable for him. So if you have a hard time remembering which steps you know, let me encourage you to actually make a list, right? Get a sheet of paper, write them all down, and then put them in an order that you feel is kind of fun and creative. The person that you're dancing with doesn't need to know that you're just doing a little set of choreography. Some people kind of have this expectation that they have to remember every single step. That's not the case. You can just kind of put it in an order and you know what it is. And if you're the leader, you just go ahead and put yourself through it. Obviously, if you're primarily a follower, that's something you don't even have to worry about. All right, so the first pattern that we did was our chase turn. So the chase turns come from the forward and backward basic. So the forward and backward basic, of course, is going to start to the side. 1, 2, 3, cha, 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 2, 3. So that's our progressive basic. We had 2 kinds of chase turns. We had half chase turns and we had whole chase turns. So let's start with a half chase. Remember, whichever foot you step forward with, you're going to turn the opposite direction. So we go cha, cha, cha. If I'm the leader, I step forward on my left, and I turn to my right. And then I go cha, cha, cha. I'm going to turn back to face my partner, so I step forward on my right, turn to my left. And cha, cha, cha. Step, turn, cha, cha, cha. Step, turn, cha, cha, cha. As the leader, if I choose not to turn when my partner turns back around, that's how they know that we're done with the chase turn. So I'm facing my partner, and we cha-cha-cha, and we go back to our progressive basic. All right, let's do that one more time. Ready? 1, 2, go forward. Cha-cha-cha. Half a turn. Cha-cha-cha. Half a turn. Cha-cha-cha. Half a turn. Cha-cha-cha. This is my last one. I now stop my turn, face my partner, and we go back to our progressive basic. All right? Nice. Let's try that as the follower. All right, followers, you're going to start with the progressive basic as well. 1, 2, 3. We go cha-cha-cha. My partner does half of a turn. Cha-cha-cha. So I, in kind, respond, step forward with my left, turn to the right. I'm now turning my back to my partner because that's what they did. I step forward with my right, turn to the left. Cha-cha-cha. They turned again. So do I. Cha-cha-cha. 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. 2, 3. So now this time when I turn back to face my partner, I find that they're facing me. That means that the chase turns are done. So we just go back to our basic step. All right, one more time as the following. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Sorry, let me do that again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Progressive basic. They turn. Cha-cha-cha. I turn. Cha-cha-cha. I turn back to face them. Cha-cha-cha. I turn. Cha-cha-cha. I turn back to face them. Now I'm staring at them in the face. We go back to our basic step and cha-cha-cha. All right, so those are what we call the half chase turns. So again, if you're watching in Crowdcast, I'm not paying attention to this on Facebook Live, but if you're in Crowdcast, you're always welcome to shoot questions out if anything I'm saying isn't making sense. Let's do the full chase turn. So the full chase turn, very similar to the half chase, except that we don't have to kind of only do half turns. We can do a complete rotation. I actually find that the full chase turns are a little bit easier. Let's give this a try. Ready, and I'm going to be the leader first. 1, progressive, basic. Cha-cha-cha. Half a turn, just like on the half chase. Now finish the turn, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3. Now my partner does their turn. I'm going to do another full turn, cha-cha-cha. They're going to do another full turn. This time I'm not going to turn, and we go back to our basic step. All right, let's do that again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Half a turn, full turn. 2, 3, they finish their turn. I do another half turn, finish the turn on the cha-cha-cha. They do another full turn. I don't turn, so now we go back to our progressive basic. All right, let's try that as the following. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Leader does a full turn. As the follower, I respond in kind, half a turn, finish the turn on the cha-cha-cha. They do another turn. So I do another turn as well, cha-cha-cha. This time I turn around, they're facing me, so I know we're just going back to our progressive basic. All right, I think that step is interesting enough. Let's try both of those chase turns to music. I won't do this with every pattern, but just because the chase turns are a little more challenging, can be a little more confusing. Let's give that a try to music. All right, so we're going to do half chase turns as the leader, and then full chase turns as the leader, and then I'll switch that around. We'll do it as the follower.
That I've got, 'cause if I do,
5, 6,
I will surely,
7, 8, 1,
surely lose a lot, 'cause her love is better than any love I know. That's like thunder.
That was half. Let's do 4.
Lightning. The way you love me is lightning. I better knock on wood, baby.
Good. Let's try that as the following.
Ooh, I'm not superstitious about you, but I can take no chance. You got me spinning, baby. Girl, I'm in a trance.
Oh, he's done.
'Cause your love is better
Full chase.
than any love I know. It's like thunder,
I do a full turn.
like lightning. Wish you was me lightning. I better not on wood.
Good. I hope that helps. Okay, good stuff. Now, the next pattern that we did is called the open break to underarm turn. Now, the open break leads us into a couple of different patterns which we've learned. So the open break to underarm turn looks like this. As the leader, I start with a basic. This starts from a side-to-side basic. 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Now, instead of rocking forward, I rock back, 2, 3, go to the side, underarm turn, cha-cha-cha, back to my basic step. So as the leader, there's not much difference between this and just a regular side basic other than the open break section. So the important thing to remember about the open break is that when you normally would rock forward on your left foot, you're actually going to rock backwards. That rocking backwards lets the follower know something is coming up. Because I take my hand to the left, the follower knows it's an underarm turn. I simply do a back rock at a slight angle, making that turn easier for my follower, and then back to my basic step. All right, one more time. And 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. Back, rock. Cha-cha-cha. Underarm turn. Cha-cha-cha. Back to my basic step. All right, piece of cake. Let's try that as the follower. As the follower, again, side basic to begin. 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. I feel the leader push away from me, so I back rock, which for me is my normal back rock. Then the hand goes to my right, so that means that I know it's a turn. We do an underarm turn, and cha-cha-cha, back to our basic step. Again, and 1, 2, 3. Hand comes down. Open, break. Cha-cha-cha. Underarm turn, cha-cha-cha, back to our basic step. All right, piece of cake. I think you guys nailed that one last time we did it. All right, let's do the open break to shoulder check, or just shoulder check for short. All right, so the shoulder check starts with an open break, but instead of leading into an underarm turn, we're going to actually turn the follower the other direction as the leader. So this last time, after the open break, I took my hand up and to the left. This time, I'm going to take my hand up and to the right, and that's going to cause my follower to do an inside turn rather than an outside turn, all right? So if we go through that slowly, 1, 2, 3, open, break, 2, 3. As I rock forward out of that open break, my hand goes slightly to the right. So when the hand goes slightly to the right, the follower begins to turn to their left. I make room for them to do their turn. So you'll notice that my cha-cha actually turned 90 degrees and went sideways. That gives room for the follower to turn in front of me. Now they're going to rock backwards. I'm going to rock forward and across. 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. I do another back rock and another inside turn, stepping across with my right foot. Then the hand goes back up. One more open break. This time I'm going to end it with an underarm turn, which is what we already know how to do. All right, so that's the sequence of events. Let's give that a try again. And 1, 2, 3. Open, break. 2, 3. Hand goes up. Check, across. Cha-cha-cha. Open, break. Hand is up and step across. One more open break. 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. Underarm turn. Back to your basic step. All right? This is one of these weird steps without a partner. So again, if you're not sure kind of what that all looks like as a partnership, then take a look at the companion video. Again, it's at the top of the chat window in Crowdcast. I'll post it at the end of the class on the Facebook live stream. All right, let's do that open break to shoulder check as the follow. So we start with the basic. And 1, 2, 3. Hand comes down, open break. Now again, normally when I feel that open break, my brain automatically thinks, oh, this is going to be a turn, because normally it's a turn out to my right. But this time, the leader takes the hand to my left. So that changes what my brain kind of automatically wanted to do. So I do 2, 3. I turn to my left, chop, chop, chop. Then as my partner steps in front of me, I step backwards. I have a couple of options here. With my left hand, which can sometimes get in the partner's way, I can either just bring it across my chest and I kind of put my fingers up here by my collarbone, or I can take that hand up and do a little bit of a fancy styling, which if you look at that companion video, that's what Ava did in the video. So she made a beautiful arm style, which gives it all sorts of little style and flash, all right? So then after that rock step, the hand comes back up and we essentially sort of back out of this position. We go cha, 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 another open break. Here's another turn, back, rock, cha, cha, cha. One more open break. My brain still doesn't know what my leader wants me to do. Okay, we're going to the right, cha, cha, cha. So I know it's just a regular underarm turn, and cha, 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 back to our basic step. Let's do that again. Also, I'll try to talk a little bit less. Here we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Open break, 2, 3. Inside turn, 2, 3. Cha, cha, cha. Open break. Inside turn, 2, 3. Raise the hand. A regular underarm turn to end. And we go back to our basic step. Yeah? All right, good. Okay, so those are our open break to underarm turn and shoulder check. Let's do the crossbody lead. Crossbody lead, very practical step, really useful. I want to make sure that this is really locked into your body as you do it. So I'm going to start this facing forward, just because I like for you to be able to see kind of where that orientation changes. So we start with the basic step. 1, 2, 3, cha, cha, cha. As the leader, I do my forward rock as per normal. When I replace my weight backwards onto my right foot, I start to turn. So my body now opens. So as my partner starts to come forward, now they feel like there's some room for them to move. So I go cha, cha, cha to the side, they go cha, cha, cha forward. I now do a small back rock on my right foot, I pivot, I turn 90 degrees to my left, and then cha, cha, cha. Make sense? Let's show you that again from the forward. And 1, 2, 3, cha, 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 forward rock, rotate, go laterally on your cha, cha, cha. Small step backwards on the right, pivot 90 degrees, and cha, cha, cha. I'll do it from the back this time, just so you can follow along that way. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Cha, 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 forward, make room, lateral step, rock, turn, cha-cha-cha. Now we're facing a new direction. Remember, the crossbody lead is designed to help you change where you are in the room. Maybe there's people that are close to you. Maybe you're getting a little bored of staring at the same corner of the room. This lets you change where you are. All right? Try that again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha, rock, move out of the way. Cha-cha-cha sideways, small rock turn, and cha-cha-cha. Let's try that as the follower now. The follower has kind of a fun part. So here's what the follower does. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. Rock step. Now as I come out of this rock step, I feel that my partner has made room for me. So now my cha-cha, which normally would go rightwards laterally, is going to go forward because now there's room for me to go forward. So I go cha-cha-cha. Now my rock step with my left foot is a small step towards my partner, 180-degree pivot, and then a cha-cha-cha to my left. That's quite a bit of rotation for the follower to do, but if the leader does their job well and keeps that pivot action kind of compact, it's actually really easy to do that rotation. Let's do that again as the follower. And 1, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. My partner gets out of my way. Forward, forward, forward. Step, pivot, cha-cha-cha to the side, and back to your basic step. Yeah? All right, great step. One of my favorites. I'm going to grab my list of steps just because I'm always worried I'm going to forget one. Okay, let's do the shoulder to shoulder. So the shoulder to shoulder, pretty basic step. It's actually going to be a really good step to review because we're going to do a really similar step to it tonight in the new patterns I have lined up for us. So here we go. Start with your basic step. And 1, 2, I'm the leader. I do my basic. So a sideways cha-cha-cha. Now at the end of that cha-cha-cha, I'm going to slightly push with my left hand. I'm going to slightly pull with my right hand on the follower's back. That's going to make them rotate about 45 degrees. I'm then going to step forward and outside partner. So if my partner's here, I am to the left of their left foot. Okay, so their entire body is on my left side. 2, 3, cha-cha, we're now facing each other. Now I take my right foot and I step completely to their right side. 2, 3, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. So each time, their body is completely to one side of my body or the other. 2, 3. I recommend, it's very tempting for whatever reason in this step to look down at your feet. Try not to do that. Keep your posture upright and look at your partner in the eyes. 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. 2, 3. When I'm done with those, my last shoulder to shoulder will be to the right with my left foot. 2, 3. I raise my hand for an underarm turn. I do a back rock while they turn, and we go back to our basic step. Whew, a lot of information on that, left and right. So let's try that again. I'll keep my mouth shut a little more. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Little lead, outside partner. Cha-cha-cha, outside partner. Cha-cha-cha, outside partner. Raise the hand. 2, 3. Back to your basic step, rock, step. Yeah? Okay, good. Let's try that as the follower. All right, so followers. You're going to do a regular side basic. This step is actually really easy for you to follow. So let's go through it. So we go 1, 2, 3. At the end of your cha-cha-cha, you're normally going to step backwards with your right foot. You're going to still do that. The only difference is going to be you're going to feel that your partner is going to want you to rotate just a little bit, only about 45 degrees. So we go slightly back and at an angle. I feel my partner step to my side. As soon as I feel that, I can pretty much anticipate we're probably going to do that on the other side as well. So we finish that back rock. I go cha-cha-cha, and I feel that lead to go backwards again. And cha-cha-cha, back again, cha-cha-cha, back again. Let me make one comment about this, just because I've seen this happen a few times. Followers, it's very important that you not anticipate which direction the leader wants you to rock. So sometimes they're going to want you to rock forward. Sometimes they're going to want you to rock back. So my advice is usually to just maintain, this is the follower's part, a nice frame so that whatever the leader does, your ability to pick up on what their body is doing is really simple for you to read. One of the single biggest things that's very challenging for a lot of followers is that the leaders don't do a good job clearly communicating which direction you're supposed to go. Have you ever had that happen? It's really normal. It's frustrating for a lot of followers because they're wanting to do what the leader wants, but they can't feel the lead. I always believe that the better follower someone becomes, the worse leader they can dance with, which is a terrible way of saying if you want to be able to dance with a lot of people, you need to become a really acute and attuned follower. So that comes from good frame, good posture, keeping your back active. What I mean by that is that I don't want to be relaxed and just sort of hope that my partner pushes and pulls me around. That's not an enjoyable partner for somebody to dance with. Instead, maintain a little bit of tone. So sometimes when I'm teaching this to a couple, I'll actually encourage them to do these patterns, not touch it. So they have to maintain their frame, but leave a couple of inches of distance between the two of them so that they can feel, or so that they can read the person's body language more than trying to feel the push and the pull. So that's maybe an exercise that you can do with your partner if you've got somebody to practice with. If you don't have somebody to practice with, just focus on good posture and maintaining tone through your frame. Sort of like there's a low-grade electrical current running through your arms, so you're always feeling that you're energized as you dance. Let's do the followers part on that shoulder to shoulder one more time. Here we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Keep the energy. You feel the lead, back, rock. You feel the lead again, back, rock. Cha, 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 back, rock. The hand goes up. You do an underarm turn. You go back to your basic step, and 2, 3. All right, so that's the shoulder to shoulder. And last week, which was week number 3 of our class, we added a couple of new patterns. The first pattern that we added in was the alternating underarm turn. So this is a really fun pattern. Looks great on the floor, keeps both partners really engaged. Essentially, it's like an open break to underarm turn, which we did earlier, but then the leader also gets to turn. The leader turns, follower turns, leader turns. So we do that back and forth a few times. So let's go through that. So we go. 2, 3. Open, break. 2, 3. Underarm turn. 2, 3. When the follower comes back after they turn, you're going to face each other. Leaders, you're going to offer your right hand as you cha, cha, cha. When the follower picks up your hand, you then raise the hand, but you walk through the turn. So you walk forward into that turn, come back to your partner, and raise the left hand. That now makes your follower turn, cha, cha, cha. You turn again. I recommend always ending with the follower doing the last turn and going back to your basic step. All right, so that's 3 turns for the follower and 2 turns for the leader. Okay, let's do that again. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, open, break. 2, 3, underarm turn. 2, offer your left hand. Raise it and turn. Offer your left hand. 2, 3, offer your right hand. 2, 3, offer your left hand. When you don't offer a hand again, that's when the follower knows that those underarm turns or alternating turns are done, and you can just go back to your basic step. All right, good. Let's do that as the follower, and then we're going to try that one to music. All right, here we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Open, break. 2, 3. Underarm turn, so this feels very normal. Oh, now the leader's offering their hand. Because they're raising their hand and they're starting to turn slightly, I need to remember as a follower to rock backwards. I have seen on occasion a follower, when the hand goes up, they try and go underneath again. That doesn't work because then you're both in the same space. If the hand goes up and you see the leader start to turn, your job, followers, is to simply rock backwards to give the leader room to turn. So you rock backwards, they come back around, they offer their left hand again, so this is just another underarm turn for you. 2, 3, they offer their hand again. 1 more turn, and you finish off with your regular underarm turn, and you go back to your basic step. All right? Let's try that one more time as the follower, and then we'll do it with music. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Open, break. 2, 3. Underarm turn. 2, 3. Raise the hand. They turn. Cha-cha-cha. You turn. They turn. One more turn for you. And we go back to our basic step. Woo! Nice. Let's give that a try with some music. All right, so we're going to do the alternating underarm turns, first as the leader and then as the follower. 5, 6.
There's just no secret.
Go one way.
She fills my loving cup. 'Cause she sees to it, baby, that I get enough. Just one touch.
How'd that go? Did that go okay? Good. Let's try it as the follower.
You know it means so much to me. It's like thunder. It's like lightning. The way love is lightning. I've been like the wood, baby. Ooh, I've been like the wood, baby.
As you can see, that's a little bit easier for the follower to do because really it's kind of just their regular underarm turn several times, and they just have to raise their hand a couple of times for the leader to do their turn. So a little bit simpler for the follower there. Leaders, you've got to just get used to doing turns. You make the follower do turns all the time, so it's good for you to get that practice as well. All right, and then the last step that we did last week is the crossovers. Crossover is a very common step. This is a great pattern to use socially. You can use this one in an area that there's not a lot of space. You can use it in a nice big room and really be showy with it. This is a very good popular step to use. So as the leader, we go 1, 2, 3. Bring your left hand down. That hand down tells the follower something's about to happen. Then I drop my right arm at the end of the cha-cha-cha, and we both step through. Now remember, we talked about this last week. Try and line up all the blocks of weight in your body over top of your foot, okay? When we do the crossovers, again, if I'm facing you, you'll see that my feet are slightly turned out. So I don't want my feet in this funky, unappealing angle. I want to turn my feet out slightly. I want to line everything up over top of my foot, okay? So let's do that again. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Bring the hand down, step through. Now we face each other. During the facing each other on the cha-cha-cha, I change hands. So my right hand takes the follower's left hand, and we step through the other direction. Again, line up the blocks of weight, turn your feet slightly outward, replace your weight, change hands again. 2, 3. Make sure you take the time to face your partner. The biggest mistake that I see in this from a lot of people is that they do their crossover and they already turn and they never end up squaring off with their partner. So that's a problem for a couple different reasons. First of all, it's hard to pick up the hands if you don't ever look at your partner. And second of all, it tends to make the rotation happen too early, which then can make you forget which foot you're using, which beat you're on. So it tends to look sloppy because neither one of you is in the same space and place and time, all right? So we do the rock steps both facing out. We do the cha-chas facing each other. We do the rock steps facing out. We do the cha-chas facing each other. Rock, step, face each other. Rock, step, face each other. Rock, step. When as the leader I decide I've had enough of these crossovers, my right hand becomes my lead hand. So my right hand goes on the back of the follower's left hand. I don't even need to do anything with that right hand. Some people are all about pushing. Honestly, if you just put your hand on the back of their hand, they're going to pick up that there's something different about to happen. They're probably going to read that as a turn. So the hand goes on the back of their hand. I step forward with my right foot, and I do a full pivot turn, cha-cha-cha, and back to my basic step. All right? Let's do that again without me talking so much. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Hand comes down, step through. Rock, face each other. 2, 3. Face each other. 2, 3. Hand goes on the back of their hand. Turn around, back to your basic step. All right? All right, let's give that a try as the follower. So here we go, followers. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Bring the hand down, rotate through. Cha-cha-cha, rotate, face your partner. Cha-cha-cha, rotate. You feel the hand on the back of your hand, you pivot around, cha-cha-cha, and back to your basic step. So essentially just the natural opposite of what I was doing for the leader is what the follower is. All right? One more time as the follower. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Hand comes down, 2, 3. Face the partner, rotate. 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. 2, 3. I feel the hand on the back of my hand. I pivot around, back to my basic step, and we carry on from there. All right? Whew. All right, good job. So that's all the patterns that we did weeks 1, 2, and 3. So we still have plenty of time for me to get into the last 2 steps that I want to show you. So the nice thing about cha-cha, and I would hope that you're starting to pick this up, is that a lot of the patterns share similarities. There's actions that are similar, rock steps are similar, turns that are similar. It's just a little bit of a mix and matching of those actions. So tonight is definitely no different from that. So earlier we talked about the shoulder to shoulder. So the shoulder to shoulder for the follower is always a back rock, right? So when we were doing the cha-cha-cha, they would go, followers would go back at an angle, cha-cha-cha, back at an angle, all right? Now what we call that in the world of ballroom is fifth position. Fifth position. So that is relating to how the feet are related to each other. So generally it's a very compact foot position. One foot is close to the other, all right? So as the leader, I was rocking forward. I actually this time want both partners to rock backwards, all right? So here's what that's gonna look like. So we're gonna do a basic 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Now on the last step of that cha-cha-cha, I'm gonna slightly turn my foot in. By turning that foot in, it does a couple of things. It changes the angle of my body. My partner will feel that, and it also makes the action that I'm about to do as the leader much easier. So I turn that right foot in, I give the follower a little push with my left hand, and we both back rock. So I'm rocking back with my left, they're rocking back with their right. Now we face each other, and I essentially let go with my right hand, and I bring my left hand through. So as I'm rotating, the left hand is coming through, which tells them to turn as well. I do a back rock. So now you notice we just have a one hand hold. That's quite a bit different. Now we face each other, we go back to closed position, and we do another back rock. So this goes from open position back to closed position. Then I drop the right arm, and we do another back rock. Very nice. Face each other, back rock together. I've decided I've had enough of these back rocks. So this time I raise my left hand. I do one more fifth position rock while they do an underarm turn. And we go back to our basic step, rock, step. Okay, so not terribly difficult. Some differences. Let's try that again as the leader. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Give a little push. Rotate your right foot, back, rock. Bring the hand through, back, rock. Rotate, close back up, 2, 3. Bring the hand down, 2, 3. Close back up, back rock. Now raise the hand. Underarm turn, cha-cha-cha, and we go back to our basic step. Yeah? Okay, good. Let's talk about this is the followers part. So followers for you, you already know how to do this because we've already done it in the shoulder to shoulder. So it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3. You feel that little lead, so you do a back rock. The only difference is that you feel like your right arm stretched a little more forward because you're still in a closed position rather than your partner being to your side. When they're in that outside partner position, your frame is fairly close to your body. When you're in fifth position, your right arm is extended slightly forward because technically you're in what's called a fall away position, which is like a promenade position, but you're going backwards. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So here we are in this back rock position. Now he drops, or my partner drops my left hand as I cha-cha-cha and brings my right arm through. So now we back rock on the left foot. So this is different. We haven't done this feeling before. Close back up, fifth position. Drops my left hand, brings my right hand through, back rock. Cha-cha-cha, last one. Hand goes up. I know what this is, just an underarm turn. Cha-cha-cha, and we go back to our basic step. All right, let's give that a try again as the following. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Back, rock, 2, 3. Back, rock, 2, 3. Close back up, back, rock, open up, 2, 3. Close back up, 2, hand goes up, underarm turn, and 2, 3. Back to my basic step, 2, 3. Okay, how'd that feel? Is that all right? It's, again, some differences in there, but hopefully it feels similar enough to some of the other steps that we've done that you followed that pretty well. We'll do it to music here in just a minute, but before we do that, I want to show you one more pattern because I felt like you kind of killed that fifth position. That was really easy. Let's do another step. This is called the butterfly. Now, the butterfly is a great pattern because it looks awesome on the floor. I have not danced with somebody who didn't enjoy doing this step just because it's a combination of action. So you kind of have to really be paying attention the whole time, which makes it really fun. So the butterfly is a combination of the crossovers and the fifth positions. So that's what makes it really fun, is that we go back and forth between a couple of patterns that we've just been doing. All right? So let's go through that first as the leader. Pay attention to this one because the difficult part about this step is the communication of the leader to the follower about when we're going from the crossover to the fifth position or from the fifth position to the crossover. All right, so here we go. Start with the basic step. 1, 2, 3. Start with the crossover. Cha, cha, cha. We step through. So we're good to go there. Let's do another crossover. Face each other and 2, 3. So now we've just done 2 crossovers. So now we're going to face each other. And during the cha, 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 I'm going to put my hand up. Now, if I wanted to do another crossover, I would take that hand and I would step through, but I don't. This time, the hand goes up, and we go cha, cha, cha. As a result of me putting this hand up, it prevents our bodies from rotating through into another crossover. Instead, what it does is that it braces my left hand against my partner's right hand. I then bring my right hand through. That leads us both into a fifth position. What? Right? A little weird. Let's try that again. So I just did my second crossover. So I went 2, 3. I put my left hand up. I now bring my right hand through at the end of the cha-cha-cha, which leads my partner to do a back rock. So they're rocking back on their right. I'm rocking back on my left. Now I face my partner, and we do a fifth position the other direction. So now these fifth positions, there's no closed position on either side. It's open position on both sides. So this is my second back rock. I now face my partner. Oh, I'm going to brace with my right hand this time. That bracing tells my partner no more fifth positions. We go right away into a crossover. All right? Now that's my last crossover because I'm going to then lead them into a turn, and we go back to our basic step. Hope. Right, a lot of stuff happened there. So what did we do? We did a basic into 2 crossovers. We braced against the partner with the left hand to lead them into a fifth position. We do 2 fifth positions. Both of them are an open hold rather than closed, one in open and one in closed. And then we brace again with the right hand as the leader, do a third crossover, and then end with a free turn. Got that? All right, let's try it again. Here we go. This is as the leader. And 1, 2, 3. Left hand comes down, step through. Look at each other, right hand comes through. Look at each other, brace with the left hand, bring the right hand through, and back, rock. Raise the left hand, bring it through, back, rock. Bring the right hand up, step through into a third crossover. Hand on the back of their hand, free, turn, and back to our basic step. Right? Isn't that cool? So super fun step. Hardest part about this step is not that any of the elements in and of themselves are that difficult, but the transitions from the fifth position to the crossover, that happens all really fast because you know cha-cha music is quick. So leaders, you have to be very clear about which one you're going into. So no sort of hemming and hawing, be very clear and direct about what you're going to do. Let's do this as the following. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. First lead is a crossover. 2, 3. Another crossover. 2, 3. All of a sudden, my partner puts their hand up, so now I feel that I can't rotate into another crossover. Then I feel them bring my left hand through, and so I know it's a back rock. So fifth position, I'm comfortable with that. I face my partner, changing hands, they bring my right hand to another fifth position. Oh, then they put their hand up again. So now I can't rotate into a fifth position. So I right away rotate into a crossover. And then I feel that lead into the free turn. And we go back to our basic step. Let's do that again as the following. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. Crossover lead. 2, 3. Crossover lead. 2, 3. Hand is braced, lead into a back rock. Hand comes through, back rock again. Oh, they're bracing me, must be a crossover number 3. I feel that lead into the turn, rotate around, back to my basic step, and we go back into our regular cha-cha. Yeah? You do okay with that? Let's try both of the patterns that we just did today. Let's do the fifth positions, and we're going to do the butterfly with music. All right? Let's give that a try. We'll start with the fifth positions. All right, I'm going to be the leader first. Fifth positions only. Fifth positions only.
Ain't got no home, ain't got no shoes, ain't got no money,
5, 6, 7,
ain't got no class, ain't got no skirt, ain't got no sweater, ain't got no perfume, ain't got no bed, ain't got no mind, ain't got no mother, ain't got
Okay,
no
let's do that one more time
ain't
as the
got no
leader.
friends, ain't got no schooling, ain't got no love, ain't got no name, ain't got no ticket, ain't got no token, ain't got no God. And what have I got?
All right, good. Let's try the fifth positions as the following.
Yeah, what have I got? Nobody can take away. Got my hair, got my head, got my brains, got my ears, got my eyes, got my nose, got my mouth. I got my smile. I got
Good job. Let's do that one more
got
time.
my chin, got my neck, got my boobs, got my heart, got my soul, got my back. I got my stand. I got my arms, got my hands, got my fingers, got my legs, got my feet, got my toes, got my liver, got my blood.
All right,
I
good
got
stuff.
life.
So let's try the butterfly first as the leader.
I got
Leader
my
for the
freedom.
butterfly.
I got life. I've got life. And I'm gonna keep it. I've got life. Nobody.
See what I mean? That transition is really tough. There's one thing right after the other. Let's do that again as the leader. Here we go. Leader, butterfly. One more time. Nice. Let's do that again. This song is a little too salsa-y.
Excuse me.
All right, so here we go. This is the follower.
One more time.
This is the follower for the butterfly.
She tastes like cola, sweet, sweet sugar cola. When I took a sip from her lips, she sent me on a trip. She keeps me up at night, and it's all because she can't stop your diet, baby. You don't have to slim
Good.
down.
Pretty quick, isn't it? Let's do that again.
I love your curves, and believe me, it is every pound. Stop your diet, come on, do it for me. Do it for me. I love you round, 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 cause you're so sexy. She is.
Yeah.
She tastes
All
like
right, good job.
cola.
Okay. Great job, everybody. That was really good. I know that we spent a long time reviewing everything tonight. I wanted to make sure that I gave you the opportunity to review every step and feel very comfortable moving on to anything new. But I just want you to know, I mean, think about this. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 patterns with a few variations in there that you've learned in Cha-Cha over the course of the last 4 weeks. I hope you've enjoyed it. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing in June. So this is the last week of May, shockingly, and we have a whole new series of classes starting at Briora that we're going to be live streaming in June. So my class on Mondays is going to continue to live stream for free, both on the Crowdcast app and on Facebook and on YouTube. So whichever way you like to absorb the information, great. That class is going to continue to be free for whoever wants to join it. Feel free to share this with friends if you want them to learn a little bit about dancing. Since we don't know 100%, we're hoping that the stay-at-home orders are going to relax slightly coming into June. We think there's a good chance that that'll happen, but who knows? We're going to maintain sort of proper procedures. We're not going to have group classes or parties in person for a little while still. So these group classes that you get both on Facebook and Crowdcast and Patreon, that's all going to maintain and continue. So even though we're starting up some private lessons, if you're willing to maintain your Patreon membership, you'll continue to get these great classes. We're going to continue to churn out content for you. So hopefully you'll really find a lot of value in these classes. So here's what we've got going on in June. So in June on Mondays, which is my class, I'm going to be doing rumba. So we just did a month on Cha-Cha. We're going to now do a month on rumba. There's 5 Mondays in June. So we got a lot of time to get through a lot of great content, a lot of great steps, fun techniques and patterns. So that's going to be on Mondays. On Tuesdays, Slava is in the 2nd month of his Argentine tango class. So this is, if that's a dance that you've wanted to learn, then we're going to keep that Argentine tango class going. We're really excited about that. We hope that you get an opportunity to learn a dance that a lot of people are a little scared of, but Slava makes it really easy and fun. On Wednesdays, Ruslan is going to keep his intermediate and advanced ballroom and smooth technique class going. If you've ever watched one of Ruslan's classes, you know what a great communicator of information he is, so that's going to be a lot of fun. On Thursdays, Alan is going to be working on nightclub two-step. So nightclub two-step is one of my favorite dances, great social dance, great for music that you don't know what to kind of do anything else to. Almost feels like it's a little wrong for rumba, but nightclub two-step is a great dance to do in June. So that's going to be on Thursdays. On Fridays, Elna is going to be maintaining her all levels class. Is going to be rotating dances from week to week. That's only going to be on Patreon moving into June. So the only class that's not only on Patreon is my class. So my class is going to be available for everybody. And then on Saturdays, Ava is going to be teaching a intermediate and advanced samba class. So we had some requests for some samba instruction, which we're really looking forward to. So samba is going to be on Saturdays. So one other little note. My class on Mondays is going to stay at 7 o'clock. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are all going to be live streamed at noon. So if noon is not a good time for you, that's fine, because you can always watch the stream later on Crowdcast. But we figure for a lot of people that are still working from home, that'd be a great sort of a lunch break opportunity to kind of get up, move around a little bit, and do some moving around in their house. So that's going to be noon on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then on Saturday, it's also going to be at noon. So Saturday used to be at 2 o'clock. Now we're going to move that to noon. So except for my class on Mondays, every class during the week is going to be at noon. All right, I hope that's helpful for you. Again, if you're not a Patreon member, you still have time to do that. So just go to Patreon, patreon.com/Briora. You'll see all the classes, all the different levels of membership that we have available. You guys have really made a huge difference in our lives, keeping us going. We cannot wait to be able to be back live with you. Obviously, that's going to happen in stages. So we want to continue to provide content for you in the intro. All right, I'm going to stop talking. You guys have been an awesome group to work with. And I look forward to seeing you in June. I'll post the link to the companion class, both again here in Crowdcast and on Facebook. Have a great evening, everybody. Again, happy Memorial Day. Talk to you soon.